This month, I've been bouncing around a bunch of topics, but kept circling back to something fundamental: calcium. Growing up, a glass of milk with breakfast wasn't just a habit, it was a ritual. Milk equals strong bones. End of story. But today, the picture's changing. Did you know modern crossbred cows in India can produce 10, 12 liters of milk a day? That's nearly 5 times the 2-3 liters from our indigenous rural breeds, thanks to selective breeding and sometimes hormones. NDDB, FAO 2019. There are whispers about hormone misuse linking to early puberty in kids. The science is still out, but enough to question the excessive dependence of dairy sources for our dietary calcium and protein consumption. Kapila and Sharma, 2022, Kaplowitz, 2008. I know what you're thinking. Milk derivatives like paneer and cheese are excellent sources of protein, a critical consideration for vegetarians. Paneer packs about 18 grams of protein per 100 grams, and hard cheese up to 30 grams per 100 grams. Plus, they're calcium champions. A few slices of cheese or a serving of paneer can cover a good chunk of your daily calcium needs, 1,000 milligrams for adults per ICMR and NIH. And here's the kicker. Calcium from dairy is absorbed really well, typically 30–35%, making it a super reliable source. But real talk, many of us are rethinking dairy. Why? Modern animal rearing practices, rising lactose intolerance, and a shift away from animal products. So what about those of us who want to cut back or can't tolerate lactose? That's where our journey begins. I'll break this down into bite-sized chapters and need your feedback to steer the ship. My goal? Well-researched, approachable, and practical info. So, let's dive in. Chapter 1. The foundational importance of calcium. Calcium is your body's superstar mineral. It's the most abundant mineral we've got, and it plays 2 critical roles. 99% of it is stashed in your bones and teeth, giving them strength and structure. The other 1%? It's busy in your blood, muscles, and fluids, helping muscles move, blood clot, nerves communicate, and even hormone and enzyme function. Here's the catch. If you don't get enough calcium, your body has a backup plan. It taps into your bones. Smart short-term, but over time, it weakens your skeleton and raises your osteoporosis risk, those brittle bones prone to fractures. Stages of life when calcium matters. The adolescent stage is for building a strong future. Bones grow like crazy in childhood and adolescence. This time is all about making big, crucial deposits in your bone bank account. You're building more bone than you're breaking down, laying the groundwork for life. No wonder milk was pushed so hard back then. By your early 20s, over 95% of your adult bone mass is set. Girls hit their peaks a bit earlier than boys. Your genes set the potential, but nutrition, especially calcium, determines if you reach it. Without enough calcium, you risk a lower peak bone mass, which later means a higher chance of fractures and osteoporosis. The adult stage is the balancing act. Once adults, bone building slows and shifts to maintenance mode. The goal? Keep your bone bank balanced, building as much as you break down. This is why steady calcium intake is critical. If it's low, your body draws from bones to support muscles and nerves, setting off a slow but steady bone loss. Old age, breaking down more than you build. As you age, the scales tip. Bone breakdown starts outpacing bone formation. This natural shift lowers bone mineral density. Postmenopausal women are especially vulnerable due to a sharp drop in protective estrogen, which normally slows bone loss. Low calcium makes things worse, leaving bones fragile and prone to fractures. The long-term consequences of calcium deficiency. Calcium isn't just about dodging fractures. It's about protecting your health for decades. Without enough, your skeleton weakens progressively, increasing osteoporosis risk. Brings back the memory of my grandma breaking her hip bone, which is all adding up as the hidden cost of long-term calcium deficiency. Good news, if you intervene early, you can influence this process. Strong bones in youth, steady maintenance in adulthood, and minimizing loss in old age is all possible with enough calcium and a healthy lifestyle. Research snapshot. Randomized controlled trials show that supplementing about 1,000 milligrams calcium daily reduces bone mineral density loss in postmenopausal women over 4 years. Another study with Asian women found 500 milligrams calcium daily helped reduce spine bone loss over 2 years. But calcium alone may not reduce fractures or falls much. It's more effective combined with vitamin D and other strategies. And this can get very deep. So what's your calcium requirement? How can I get it without depending only on dairy? Dairy's calcium absorption is solid, but lactose intolerance or lifestyle choices can make dairy off-limits for many. Lactose intolerance means your body struggles to digest milk sugar, often leading to avoidance of dairy and potential calcium shortfalls. The silver lining? With some planning, you can meet calcium needs without dairy. Fortified foods, plant-based options, and lactose-free alternatives can fill the gap. I will cover these in my next chapter. The key? Making intentional, informed choices, not just cutting out milk and hoping for the best. In the next chapter, we'll dig into the science of absorption and bioavailability and explore how to maximize calcium intake from non-dairy sources. Until then, please take a moment to drop in your thoughts, comments, and any feedback you may have for me. #ChooseBetter every day.